Today we're cooking a big pot of mustard greens with deer sausage and bacon. I'm about to show you how to do it, coming fresh from the garden, all the way to the pot. Let's get to it. So my father-in-law asked me if I wanted mustard greens, and he proceeded to send me 20 pounds of them. I'm gonna let y'all know how to do this. You're gonna take every single mustard green and cut this vein out. So I'm gonna rinse them in the sink, take them to my cutting board, and slice this vein. Oh, I don't only have 2 hands. Like that, okay? Oh, this is gonna be the most stupid video ever. I probably got about 2,000 leaves in this damn bag. Is it worth it? Depends on how much you like greens, I guess. This came straight out of a garden in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And I take pride in like chopping stuff up and making it from scratch. I'll be back and I'll show you what 10 pounds of mustard greens looks like. I'm not gonna even pretend like this is a normal amount of mustard greens. This giant black bag is still full of, this is slap ass ridiculous. I'm gonna keep on cutting. We're gonna end up with a bowl of greens. We're gonna need a bigger bowl. A lot of people take this and blanch the leaves and freeze the leaves. Like they blanch it, they put them in boiling water for like a minute and then shock it in ice water and go ahead and freeze them like that in Ziploc bags. But for some reason, my fiance don't want me to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but just letting y'all know there's another option. One more time, I'm gonna let y'all see how ludicrous this is. This is half of what was sent to me, okay? This is rinsed off in my sink. Half of what was sent to me. So we started off with twice as much. And I got this in my big pot, wilting this down. I'm gonna get it wilted about halfway. And then I'm gonna take that out, transfer it into here to get most of the moisture out of here. Excuse me. So y'all see this draining on the side, and I'm about to put all of this batch into this pot. You can see it's still bright green. It's not all the way cooked. Got this 15-inch roaster, and as you can see, it is totally full. Put a cup of water in the bottom of there, and I'm just gonna cover it up, and I'm gonna come back and keep stirring it until it's down to like this. I've got a whole pound of bacon here, and I have about 1.5 pounds or 2 maybe, probably 2, of deer sausage. This is smoked deer sausage, so we're gonna let all the grease from the bacon and everything come out, and we're gonna use that to cook our mustard greens the rest of the way. I also had like a stalk of celery I chopped up and just threw in there because I don't like to waste things, and it was in my fridge. Now that we got that going pretty good, I'm gonna drop in 2 onions that I just sliced. Maybe because I was being lazy, but whatever, I sliced them into little half circles. Generally, I put in 2 yellow onions, but I only had a yellow and a red, so, or purple, whatever you want to call it. 2 onions goes in here, though. It's looking pretty good. I am about to put my greens in here. As I told y'all before, I drained most of the liquid out of these because you don't want a big mush. I'm just going to stir it all up, and then I'm going to season it. Whether it be collard greens, mustard greens, anything that we cook, we kind of make it a whole meal. So that's why there's a lot of meat in here. This is a very meaty, you could say side dish, but it doesn't even have to be a side dish. You can just eat this by itself if you want. All that deer sausage smells delicious. Gotta open up my new bag of sweet heat for your meat. Oops. Because I used all the other bag. We gotta get that in there on that deer meat. I think that's enough. Garlic powder. We're not gonna even really need salt and pepper because the sweet heat for your meat does the trick. Now we're gonna stir this up and let those greens cook all the way. Leave the lid off. Probably cook it another 20 minutes. Leave this lid off to let even more moisture cook out. So you're just gonna be left with that bacon grease and sausage grease, and then what we're gonna do is take enough for one meal tonight out of here. I'm gonna let it cool completely and freeze the rest of it. And that's all there is to it. You just taste it and make sure you got your seasoning right. There is your garden fresh, meaty pot of mustard greens with plenty enough to share with the whole family. I'll be typing this out on the Pepper app recipe in case anybody's interested, but it's pretty simple, so saucy bon.